Yes, good morning. Here once again. My name is Eduardo Rodriguez to inform on what's happening. So let me fix this up here so I can start with well, I'm going to leave this for last. I'm going to be pretty short today. Uh, um, I want to say good morning to all my fellow veterans of the DAV and to all veterans of all organizations, and if you forget those who made the ultimate sacrifice in order to preserve our country free, which the Democrat, so-called Democrat Party, which we all know has turned into a communist terrorist organization, wants to destroy. I might be banned for saying this because I've been banned on YouTube. I can't post directly on YouTube. For some miracle, I've been doing it through Apple. But if I go directly to YouTube on Google's, they banned me there. I'm still banned. So let's see what happens today. I'm going to keep on informing. And another thing that I found out, I was my videos were privatized, which I make them public so everybody can see them. But I managed to make them public at least yesterday. I don't know today if I'm going to be able to do it. Oh, and another thing, don't forget Florida, the state of Florida, to vote for Maria Elvira Salazar for Congress. She's a true conservative who loves this country and who wants to put a stop to the communist movement in America, the communist terrorist movement in America. And another thing, if you're going to boycott the Democrats, not Goya products. If it's Goya, they have to be good, and they're very good quality products. And the creator of the product is a true conservative who loves this country and loves our freedom. So buy the products. They're very good. I buy all of them. They're very good products. I only buy Goyas. And Donald Trump, let's recognize UNPACO as the official oppositional movement in Cuba, and let's name their leader, Jose Daniel Ferrer Garcia, as president of the Republic of Cuba. He loves his country, he wants the freedom of his country, and he wants his country prosperous like it used to be before the nightmare of the communist regime. We did it with Venezuela, let's do it with Cuba. We did it with Juan Guaido, we recognized him and made him the official president of Venezuela. Even though there hasn't been elections, let's do the same with Cuba. It's been over 61 years under that nightmarish communist regime. So, they voted for, Joe Biden accepted Kamala Harris as his VP. I'm going to put one video here. YouTube might not permit it, but I'm going to mention it because I'm not taking the rights from Louder with Crowder. It's from Louder with Crowder, and I'm going to leave with this one. But before I want to start saying we have to be very careful. Kamala Harris is a very ambitious and terrifying woman. She's a liar, atrocious liar. And I'm going to prove it right here with Louder with Crowder. He's going to explain better than I do. She said things, and she even persecuted her own the people she claims to be part of, which is another lie, because she's of Indian descent. Even though she's dark, she's of Indian descent, and she claims to be part of African American. This woman is a liar, just like Hillary Clinton. We have to be very careful because these people are going to terrify you. They're going to impose their will, and if it comes to the point where they're going to impose communism, wow, forget about it. Goodbye, America. Be careful what you wish for. These people in Minneapolis, and I said this in the past, that are destroying the city, and in Seattle and New York, where I was born. I was born in New York. I even planned to visit not too long ago, maybe 2 years ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken. on the month of May, I went with my wife to travel. I said, well, let's go to the United States because the way I see things going, I don't think it's going to last too long. And I wasn't wrong, because when I came back, look what happened. After that, it started getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And these people are proving to you that they are terrorists of extreme right and left included. Making the sign of the Nazis, walking around with communist flags, and the image of Che Guevara. These people are look, they have empty racks in stores, in grocery stores. That's what's going to happen. That's what's happening in communism. You can't find food there. The racks are all empty. Now, because they have proven to be extremely evil, now the communists are filling up the racks with food, sometimes old food or foods that are imported, when they can produce it, because Cuba used to produce a lot of its food. Even the poor could eat meat. Now they're not allowed to eat beef. It's prohibited in Cuba. It's like the sacred cows in India. Over there it's the religion. Over here it's because the communists, they'll starve you to death. That's what you want for you? That's what you want for your family? That's the future you want? Where you go to a store. Oh, and they're filling up the racks now because they're desperate for money, for American money. But the Cuban people can't afford to buy it. Because if they're going to buy an American product, but here it would cost like $1, in Cuba it would cost like $75, $99. Where the Cubans can't pay it. Period. The only way they can do it is they ransack the store. And over there in a communist country, they're not going to permit you to ransack a store like you do in Minneapolis, Seattle, New York, just for fun. Over there, they'll shoot you. They'll kill you. They'll send you to a concentration camp. They'll kill you in mass. They don't care how hungry you are. You'll drop dead in front of them. They don't care. They'll just get a wagon, a paddy wagon. What a paddy wagon? Maybe a wagon run by mules or cattle, and dump the body in the back. Say, go ahead, dump him in a crematorium. These people are evil, and they're lying to you, saying that they respect the Constitution, that we're the ones who are violating the rights, and we're the ones violating the Constitution when it's them who are doing it. And they're supporting evil. They're financing it. We better wake up. Wake up, America. It's getting worse and worse. It's coming to like a civil war. I'm sure you don't want to see your family, your young kids, your brothers, your sisters, your siblings having to sacrifice their life on a battlefield. Worst of all, if it's a civil war, not a foreign war, but a civil war, which is unnecessary, just because these terrorists want to impose their will. I call them terrorists. They're worse than communists because they're terrorists. The communists, this is what they are. And included with those groups are Islamic terrorists and extreme right and extreme right. Believe it or not. People refuse to study history. A lot of people refuse to want to know as a matter of fact, even there's a professor from a university who wants to ban history. Why? Because it wakes you up. When you see the past, movies of the past, what happened? You say, hey, we can't afford to let this happen again. Look what happened in Germany. Look what happened in Lebanon, or many other these countries that used to be free, like Iran, which is now an Islamic state. It still is, even though we freed them. I consider it still is. And many, look at Cuba, look at Venezuela, look at North Korea, look at the past history of the ex-Soviet Union, or the Great Revolution of China, where millions were slaughtered. Like I said, we better wake up. Okay, let me go with this video, and here I'm leaving with this one. And God, and like I always say, Donald Trump, I always pray for you and your family. God bless you. God protect you. I think you're great. You're doing a great job. But I see things very impossible and very sad to see the way things are going on. But I know you're doing your best. Mike Pence, I always pray for you and your family also. And I stand with God and Israel eternally. And God bless our country eternally. So I'll leave you with this last video. Bye-bye. God bless you all. Remember, this is from Louder with Crowder. I'm not taking the rights from Louder with Crowder. I'm just showing the video so you can see what he has to say about this Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. Look at Gavin, he's doing this. That's how I behave. I've been deplatformed and now we just have to dead naming. But finally, Kamala Harris, because we love her. We're going to do everything wrong with Kamala Harris next week, by the way. Every single Democratic candidate, we're going to do they call it dive-in now on all of these candidates, every single one. Kamala Harris is up next. She claimed that she used to get high in high school, or sorry, it was college. In college, while she was listening to Snoop Dogg and Tupac. Reason pointed this out. Here's the problem. Harris graduated from college and law school in the late 80s. Snoop and Pac didn't actually debut until the early 90s. And you were mentioning this too earlier, that Tupac at this point was in New Orleans.
Tupac was a very effeminate drama club kid in New Orleans, and he was really big into dance. He loved to dance.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and then he did
So he
the
was
movie.
Ethel Merman.
He did the movie. He was. He had more in common with Ethel Merman.
I see no changes. Clang, clang, clang with the trolley.
Yes. And then he did Juice, and he played a thug, and people went, you know what? I kind of like the thug guy. And he's like, okay, from now on, I'm a gangster. I'm gonna get tattoos.
So he basically just took the role and played it out.
Yeah,
right.
Lots of guys like it. De Niro was a drama club kid till he was in Mean Streets, and he's like, no, I'm a tough guy. Yeah, I'm a tough guy.
Yeah, that's exactly what we've talked. That's all the superheroes as well. People are like, do you think actors take steroids? Well, imagine all of your drama club nerds and make them Superman. So some people say that she was caught in a lie, by the way, just trying to pander to the urban audience. Others believe she might have been confused with one of the spec scripts to which she's recently been attached, actually, specifically regarding time travel, which brings us to this week's 7+1.
You forgot the one in the chamber.
This week's 7+, always forget the one in the chamber. This week's 7+1 is upcoming time traveling film project starring Kamala Harris. Yeah, so that's apparently what this, because, you know, Snoop and Peggy. So number 7, Back to the Future, liar. Yeah, that's one that seems to be. Gavin, it's right in front of you in case you want to take number 6.
Oh, I like number 6. I've actually seen it. It's Kamala and Ted's Bogus Pandering Adventure.
That is...
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Were you running out of breath? You sounded like the killer in Mindhunters.
I had a pube in my throat.
Okay, I apologize.
It's your beard, don't worry.
Number 5, Totally Inaccurate Recall. That's one that seems to be, it goes right into, let's just keep that up there. Number 4, Terminator 2, Bad Judgment Day. I wasn't super proud of it, but it made it in there. Let's go to, you can do number 3 there.
Oh, I liked X-Men Future Past.
Yes.
Let's check it out.
Very good.
And then you were a fan of number 2 as well.
Oh, Hot Tub Lie Machine is a zinger.
Hot Tub Lie Machine. And by the way, she put on a stellar performance there as the black guy from The Office.
Nice.
And the number 1, Kamala Harris Time Traveling Project, The Butter Lie Effect. Yeah, that one. And of course, the +1 is time. This has been this week's 7+1. All right.
You forgot the one in the chamber.
One of these days you'll get it.